All right, fun little project tonight. We're gonna do a DIY camping stove, which is essentially an alcohol stove made out of garbage. And I'll show you why, because you just use 2 tin cans and a penny. So yeah, some people call this a penny can stove. It's a pretty cool little Boy Scout trick, and I'll show you how to do this right now. All right, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my 2 cans. I'm gonna scribe a little line almost halfway up. I won't make it too small, or these things are going to be hard to put together. But what we're doing is we're cutting the bottom parts off to make the body of the stove. Now I'm just going to take my razor blade and cut the bottoms off. Ooh, smells like stale beer. All right, so there. There's nasty beer out of here. All right, so here's our 2 halves. We'll try to connect these two. The hardest part of this whole process. There we go. And it all comes together. All right, now we have the body of the stove here. I think I'm gonna use, mountain candy facing up. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my little razor and start making jets in this thing. I'm just gonna go from one side to the other, poking holes right up a little bigger than that. About like that. All right, I'm gonna see if it'll run like that. I can always poke more holes or make them bigger if I have to. Next thing I'm gonna do is cut a little hole right there so I can fill this thing with alcohol. All right, and there you have it. Let's see if we can get this thing running. All right, we got the isopropyl alcohol out of the first aid kit. This is 91%. I don't know how good your stove is gonna run if you got the 73% or whatever, but I'm not gonna fill this to the top. I'm just gonna fill it about halfway so there's a little room for the air pressure in there to start jetting out. All right, let's light this up. All right, once that heats up, I'll be able to throw my penny in there and we should see jets coming out. Ooh, maybe a little more alcohol. Come on now. All right, I got one jet that is just cooking off there. The rest of my jets look pretty good. So I just covered the little fill hole with the penny here. So I'm gonna find like a little stand or something, see if I can make some coffee. All right, stove's going. I got my little Stanley Coffee Press here. Let's see how long this thing will take to boil about a half a quart of water. I think the jets that I cut with that razor blade were entirely too big. I was getting flames out of only one jet. I made another top here with significantly smaller holes for flames to come out. Hopefully it'll build up a little more heat and pressure and evenly distribute the flames around. It's doing it. Move that penny, block the air holes. All right, we got jets going. It took a minute to get started, but we'll put our coffee pot back on there and see how long this is gonna take. And I should have found a metal base for this coffee pot, and I think I'm gonna do that right now. Go ahead and dump some coffee in there. I'll go with a 3/4 inch Mac. Put this thing out. I like the Stanley Coffee Press. All right, and that's putting together a little DIY alcohol stove for camping. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, watching me make this and watching me make a cup of coffee.